And there goes Amazon Prime. Hello, Internet. This video is a update to a video I did about 5 or 6 days ago, where I demonstrated what it took to bypass a waypoint on the navigation of this 2018 Goldwing tour after the summer 2020 nav update. First of all, let's look at the screen here. Let's go to navigation and to routes. We want to go down to a route that I've already imported. I created this in Honda Planner online at my desktop, brought it on a thumb drive and installed it here in the navigator, in the GPS, set destination. Now, I made a mistake the first time that I did this video. I set it, and where I'm sitting is my starting position. And I began to ride and only got a few feet beyond my property line on the street here in front of me and realized I had not hit go. Well, I hit go, began the ride, and then I could not understand why it was already telling me I missed one of the waypoints. In this case, the starting waypoint. I didn't realize. I thought I was so close to my house that it didn't matter. So it took me a few minutes in that video to figure out I had missed the beginning. So here we are. We're making sure we're going to hit go here sitting on my property. Now, in practice, the Cruiseman and others tell me, yeah, you use a start and a finish to get the travel time and what have you, but in practicality, you don't need a start point. You just need your first waypoint from wherever you start. That gives you the option of starting anywhere and going to your first waypoint. Okay, so yeah, I see the low tire flashing, 32 pounds. I'm going to do the ride anyway. It'll heat up and that flashing will disappear, and I'll take care of inflating the tire when I get back. So, sitting at my home, my start point, I'm going to hit go. And there it is. It's going. And hopefully, we'll also have navigation volume. And how I set the navigation volume, I'm not sure right now. But we'll get it going as we get going here. So, all right. So and what I'm going to do, I set a point starting here and a destination for McKinney, about 5 miles up US 75, maybe 6 or 8 miles up US 75 northbound. And along the way, I set a waypoint off to the side, a couple of blocks to the east, that I'm going to intentionally miss, just to see what it takes to miss that waypoint. So here we go. Part of this tree fell down during the night. We had a thunderstorm roll through that really had some strong winds that was making my trees practically bend in half. The kind of tree that fell at my neighbor's house there is exactly the kind of tree I took down less than a year ago because a landscaping expert friend of mine says that that tree will split and fall on you at some point. So I took his advice, and there's the perfect example of how that tree just splits up and falls. Fortunately, my neighbor, it didn't hit their house, and So far I'm not hearing the Navi volume, even though I have it up. All right, this is the overpass to US 75. I'll turn northbound, and a couple of minutes later, it'll start complaining that I missed the turn. Now, before, in my previous video, I complained that you don't know which waypoint you missed. It switches you to a list. Well, a commenter, and I'm sorry I didn't bring his name with me or I would give him credit, but not me, says that waypoints you successfully navigate are removed from the list as you travel. So, when I do look at the waypoint list, when I miss this turn, my starting point, my home, should not be at the top of the list. It should be the waypoint that has the problem of me missing. So, we're gonna miss it. I'm on the access road. And going to get on to 75. US 75 North in Plano, Texas. Plano, not Plainold. I love these booth turn signal mirrors on this Goldwing. Gonna get over one more lane. And it's telling me to exit. But I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. And I suspect it's going to tell me to turn around here before long. Right now, it's telling me to exit 34, the next exit. It wants to take me to that waypoint that I'm intentionally missing. It wants me to exit McDermott, across road, I should say. It's at that intersection on the west side that is my closest Honda dealer. So, coming up on the exit, this is 33, so it's the next exit. It wants exit 34. There's the picture to showing me to get off. Ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna intentionally mention it. I'm gonna intentionally miss it. And then, but intentionally mention it. And in a moment, I wouldn't be surprised if it started telling me to take a U-turn. And then you'll see the process of deleting that troublesome waypoint, because the Navi will not give up until you delete it, so that you can then continue on to your destination. There's 34. Oops, I missed it. Oh man. All right, so now it wants me to exit FM 2170. Ain't gonna do it. Oh, I see all those points of interest popping up. I thought I'd turn that off. Maybe the update turned it back on for me. All right, Nav wants to exit me at exchange. All right, so it's not doing a U-turn, but it is taking me to the east to a main road and wants to go back south to that waypoint that I intentionally missed. So let's just get rid of that waypoint. So on the left handlebar is the center button. I'm going to press that. And I'm going to cursor to clear the waypoint, but you have to cursor up. Honda logic, I guess. And the commenter on my last video was correct. My starting waypoint has disappeared. The problem waypoint is the next in line. So I'll cursor to that and say yes. Cursor up to that. But here's the nitpick here. I deleted the waypoint and I've got to initiate go again. All the navs I've seen on cars and standalone Garmins and the like, good navs, you delete a waypoint and it just travels you to the next waypoint. But here, no. I've got to press the go button again. All right, but at least the only waypoint left is my destination, and from there on, we're good. So thanks for riding with me. I'm Don Smith at Texas2lane.com. Ride safe. Subscribe. Ding that bell.